what's your name?
My name's Luke Phillips, and I've been working with puppets for about 3 or 4 years. Made a couple marionettes and a hand puppet, and yeah, I just really enjoy going out on the street and performing and getting to interact with people.
That's what we're hoping to do for this class.
Oh, yeah.
Our professor's name is Noah Myers. He said the puppetry world is really small, so I don't know. I just really like the idea of puppets. Both my little brother and I are very obsessed with it. Like, we have our own little puppet shows, like paper bags and like mitt puppets.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. So, what do you think we should do for a puppet show?
I kind of like a theme, and so we've got Abel Rogers here, and he's kind of in the style of an old sailor or an old fisherman, and so I got kind of a hat just to sort of tie the costume or my persona in with his character, and then
those little fishing lines,
little fishing pole for him here, and then my friend May had the ingenious idea of making a little fish puppet, and so this was great because it gives me more to work with. I could play the harmonica and run around with him. While I pulled this where I can give it to kids too, and then it becomes more interactive.
Yeah.
And kids just have a lot of fun with that. And so just kind of started with the marionette, and I made the marionette in the box. I just found some balls.
It's a sea chest.
Yeah, and it's kind of like a nice little prop. It's light and it's pretty small, and it's kind of like creates this environment with them. And so it's like couple props and a marionette that really creates a whole kind of world for him to exist in. And yeah, the body is just I made with a sewing machine, and so it can be made, this style body can be made pretty quickly.
What is his head made out of?
His head is made out of air dry clay, and people tell me that it looks like me kind of, but I didn't really intend on it to look like that. I never worked with this kind of clay before, and I was just playing around with it, and it sort of formed itself.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, this would make a good fisherman or a good sailor, and so I had this stuffed animal that I found that, and the stuffing was this nice kind of like strawberry blonde color that seemed like it fit his character.
I love his mustache.
Yeah, and then the curly mustache. It's like really exaggerated features.
Mm-hmm.
The giant mustache and the nose, and then I sewed the clay face onto cloth face, and the head is probably the hardest part. So like it's hand sewn because you can really do it with the sewing machine, and the ears and stuff are hand sewn too, so that part takes a bit. But and then the sticks I just found, and using fishing line. So I guess like coming up with the theme is probably a good thing.
We were throwing ideas around, like I had the idea of a Spanish soap opera. Because I had seen these parasite puppets that were used in Spain, where the puppets were actually attached to their puppeteer's feet, and they would dance with them as if it was an actual partner.
Oh,
and this is the most amazing thing I've ever seen. So it's like, we have to do that, but we probably don't have the resources. So I don't know. Hopefully, we'll like work something out.
Yeah. What were you thinking about making the figures with?
We were experimenting with cardboard.
Oh, yeah.
Also, like a lot of cloth, because we have a lot of art students in our midst. So I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, there's a friend of mine showed me a busker from New York that has been busking for a long time, and I've never seen him, but they do something similar, and I guess they're kind of like well known in the busker realm in New York, and they have it's a female figure, life-size female figure attached to the shoes that he wears, and just does some kind of like outlandish things and just sort of throws it around, and but it's really entertaining.
Yeah.
And I think it looks like he just took clothes and then filled them with something, maybe newspaper or just other cloth, and it seems like it'd be like a pretty affordable kind of puppet to make, and I don't know, a lot of fun and really entertaining.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Honestly, this is the greatest thing ever. I was like, I have to do my homework assignment, and then I'm like, is that what I think it is? Oh. Yes, thank you very much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, what's your name?
My name is Ashley.
Ashley, yeah, good.